So hello and welcome back. This is Midlife Gaming and this is my tutorial on sniping, King of the Hill, Arma 3, and this is going to be our first of 3 tutorials for sniping. So I've just basically come into an empty Arma 3 King of the Hill server with no one else in it, so we can mess around, have a look at the settings, and we don't have to worry about people screaming and shouting and getting annoyed with each other. This is how you will come into the game. You'll just have, this is a hardcore server at the moment, so unfortunately I can't do third person, but you'll have a gun like that, and you'll have your normal suit. So, what do you want to do first? Right, for those people who have come to sniping for the very first time, first thing you want to do is you want to go to perks. So you see at the very bottom right, that's your XP level, which is showing, mine's showing 60, I've got $325,000, and that's my XP there. So if you're starting for the very first time, you'll probably find out you have like $10,000 and 0. Okay, so with this, all you can do is select one perk. That's all you'll be allowed to do. And I think it's 50,000 for the next perk and 100,000 for the next perk, or it might be 100,000 for the second and third perk. So you've got one perk basically. So if you want to snipe, you basically have to choose, out of all these perks, you have to choose the marksman. And I think also for this you'll need the marksman DLC, which you need to buy. So I'm going to select marksman. If you do have a second perk, what you want to do, excuse those seagulls, let me just turn that off, annoying me, there we go. Right, second perk you need, if you've got it, is a designator. And I'll go through the designator in a bit more in the next video, but this is a must. You must get the designator. But obviously if you've only got one perk, you have to get the marksman. Third one, if you're lucky enough to have it, would be your ammo. Select ammo. Okay, so that's you got your perks. Next thing, go to this nice gentleman here, change loadout. I do that with mine by using my mouse button when I'm kind of looking at the guy. If I'm not looking at anything, it won't give me any options just to reload. If I look at him, change loadout. Changing the loadout, what you want to do is you want to come down. You can see I've got quite a few weapons already opened here. So you want to go through to your M320LRR. Camo or not camo, doesn't matter. If you've bought it already, great. If not, just buy it once. I'm going to hit equip. That's going to equip me with it. So that's you have your M320LRR .408 sniper rifle. Google if you want to know more about it. Go to scope. Now, to have your LRPS scope, you'll need to be at a certain level, but you'll find that out once you get to this stage. It'll tell you what you can and can't have. But to be honest, the LRPS with this rifle, you don't need a huge amount of XP. So I've got it. I'm going to equip it. Bang. The next thing I would suggest is you take a handgun. Just take the very first one in the list. This is because people will come to look for you, and you need something a bit more shorter range to be able to get them. That's all you need from this. Close that. Next thing you want is what they call your ghillie suit. So you got this nice man here. I'm going to use my mouse wheel. Now again, these are only available at certain levels. So you basically just choose the first ghillie you can until you get all these ghillies open. You can see that 888, 888, 888, they're basically all the same. Ghillie hide, that's the one that I like. Select that. And now I have a ghillie suit. So I thought I'd better say a couple of things about the ghillie suit before we continue. What the ghillie suit basically does is primarily it covers your thermal footprint. So anyone looking at you through your thermal imaging camera will not be able to see the heat coming out of your body. The only time they'll be able to see the heat coming out of your body is if they're looking from a position where they can see the part of your face which is sticking out of the actual ghillie suit. And it also obviously blends you in with your environment if you're obviously in an environment that you can blend in with. And from here on, we can basically just go into a game and start shooting people. Now, next thing I want to go through is some of your settings. If you're sniping, you need to have, obviously you need to see quite a fair distance. So On my keyboard, if I press the tilde key, that's the kind of slash button that's to the left of the one on my keyboard, it'll bring up this option here. I want to go to settings, and I want to go to foot and ground. Forget about helos and jets, foot and ground. This is your viewing distance. You want to set this to about 3000, and you can see as I'm setting it, the background will change. So if I set this down, if you look at the background, it kind of gets so you can only see so far. So 3000, 3000, and as I did earlier, you want to enable and disable these environmental effects. You'll need to do this every time, by the way, you join, because it doesn't save it. So you can hear the bird singing, bird's gone. Show your teammates, yeah, that's fine. Play sounds, disable that, disable that. Keep that on because it's nice to know when you get your kill rewards. But I will say, just for clarity, that it's really just the foot distance that you're worried about. The ground distance is more for when you're in vehicles, but you know, to be honest, I'd like to keep that the same as my foot distance. But that's purely a preference. This is us basically set up for sniping. So in the next game, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a sniping range and just go through the use of the weapon. So this has been a Midlife Gaming. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and please watch out for the next video.